Hello and welcome. For those of you who don't know, my name is Nick. I'm a flight attendant. Hi, how are you? So we're doing something a little bit different this time. This time, I wanted to dig deep into my future and see how all this goes. It's a little backstory about futures. I'm super superstitious person. There we go, I got it out this time. I'm a superstitious person. I don't mess with the whole psychic background. I don't mess with supernatural Ouija board stuff, but this time I was like, I want to do something different. So this time what I did was that I paid 2 psychics to draw my future husband and give me some characteristics and traits about when I'm going to meet this person. So how I found these people is I found them off Etsy. So I found 2 psychics off Etsy that could draw my husband's. The price ranged anywhere from $17 to $30 is the 2 price points were. One was a lot, one was very, very little. It didn't do a lot in general. The second one went in deep. It took her a little bit longer to get everything set. She had a lot of family issues and whatnot going on, so it didn't happen right away. But between these 2, one of them is from called Lotus Souls, and the other one is from a girl named Nick's Psychics. So between the 2, I decided, let's do it. Let's see what my future husband's gonna look like. When am I going to meet this guy? What are his characteristics? Are you cute? Are you ugly? Do you have a good body? You making that money? Because this boy's single and I want to know what's going on. Who am I going to meet? Who is this mystical, magical person that's supposed to come into my life at some point and put a ring on this finger? Because boy, time is the ticket. Where are you? Anyway, guys, let's get into it. The first one was from Lotus Souls. I'm just pulling it up over on the side for you guys. She goes, "Hi, how are you? Hope everything's fine and well. I finished your soulmate sketch and attached her below." And I'll attach the picture right here for you guys so you guys know what I'm looking at. She says, "Your soulmate's going to be outgoing and people-oriented." Cool, good. I'm a people-oriented person. I want someone who will also be the life of the party. Just dance with me, show me a good time, you know? From there, she goes, "This will be good for you." Girl, yeah, it's good for me for sure, so that's pretty cool. And then she goes, "Especially if you're not particularly a people person yourself." I'm a little bit more of a people person to a certain extent. It's when I'm flying, I'm in the air, yes, I love interacting with people. When I get home, I don't want to deal with nobody. I don't want to deal with no person, don't want to deal with anybody, so this person's going to balance me out. This person's going to deal with the people when I don't want to deal with nobody. So we'll see how that goes. And she says, "Your soulmate will be skilled in the arts of people, drawing them out, making them feel comfortable, getting to know them, and making them a better people." So I guess what she's trying to tell me is that my husband's an overall people person. He's energetic, full of energy, likes to draw them out, make them feel comfortable, so he's, really easy to talk to, very comfortable, very understanding, and he makes people better. So he's not only going to make me better, he's going to make everyone else better around him. So I guess that could relate into career-wise too, that he's going to be someone who's going to help people. So it could be paramedic, doctor, firefighter, or it could go someone completely on the other end and be psychologist, doctor, nurse. But it looks like it's going to be a kind and compassionate person, which is really cool. And she says, "And your soulmate will do the same for you as well as you find." So long story short, he's going to help bring out the good side of me, bring out the bad side of me. And that was about all she said. She didn't give me a time. She didn't give me when I'm supposed to meet him, when I'm going to get married. It was kind of a vague drawing. But when I saw the picture of this guy, I was when I first saw it, I was that hair, that hair needs to go. That hair needs to go so bad. And I was no. That hair needs to be cut. But the rest of the facial features, I was he's kind of cute. But then the second one, she went in. When I say she went in deep. She wrote me a book. Anyway, this girl was she wanted to first start off by saying, "First, I'd like to offer my apologies for delaying. I had some personal matters, but I'm working every day in response, and it means a lot to me that you had your understanding." Because I asked her about what was going on. She said she had everything she needed. She was just dealing with a little bit. I was okay, cool, not a huge deal. And then she goes on, "Being a mystical knowledge of yourself, I did my best to offer you any information that I saw hopeful to make your understanding in context beautiful. Peace and love, you beautiful souls." What she told me. I was okay, cool. She goes, "I saw your soulmate is engaged in coordinating and interacting aspects of his personal life and activities. His ability to see everything as a whole is a solid, organic way he set him apart from others. You are very concerned about details. He can gather and bring people together. He does not hesitate to follow what he thinks is right in the course of action, even if he acts against the rules of society. Indeed, he is aware of the possibilities of reward and repercussions of his actions. Long story short, like what the other psychic said, he likes to bring people together no matter what, but it looks like he's a little more on the danger side. So he looks like he has like his mind set. So when it's set, he doesn't care who's in his way, what is in his way, if he has to break any laws to get to where he wants to be. So he looks like he's going to be a little like stubborn and hard-headed, which isn't a huge deal. I'm extremely stubborn and hard-headed myself. Next, she says, he seems to be a little attracted to danger because he cannot resist living life to the minimal. I think she means maximum, but she put minimum, but okay. Sometimes he seeks aggression to stimulate himself. Boo-Boo is gonna start picking fights. Hey baby, don't you start picking fights. Keep that pretty face for me. But it looks like he's gonna start picking fights. Okay, not a huge deal, we're gonna keep going. This is rather a result of his intense involvement in the cause he supports. At the moment, dangerous situations give him a chance to win with a very high amount. So what she's saying is that these aggressions are because he's super passionate about something, super interested and involved in what he's trying to do, and these actions he takes will give him like a big win in that aspect. So he's going to be extremely aware of what he's doing, but he also knows that it's for a good cause and that it's going to show something extreme and something big. So cool, I get it. The next thing she says is he's fully aware of his powers, but will test it repeatedly despite restraints, obstacles, or anything else or any other person that might frustrate him. So long story short, like I was saying, he knows what he has, he knows the power he has to get what he wants, and he knows what it takes to get it. So he sounds like he's going to be a handful. So I might have some gray hairs by the end of this guy, but we're not done. Despite all, he has a pronounced leadership skill. This talent may remain in a latent state if he considers responsibilities with a high degree of inhibition. So at least I know he can be a leader, so he can take charge, and that means I don't only have to decide where we want to eat. He will decide where we want to eat and decide where we're going to go. Next thing, it says your test will be to focus on building a lasting relationship based on unconditional love and attitude without too much ego. Girl, I have an ego. I do. I want you to stroke my ego. I want you to praise my ego. Tell me I'm pretty. Wait, tell me I'm pretty. Anyway, apparently I'm going to have to let go of my ego and to let him, reign a little bit. It says after you will make such positive changes, the next step would follow into a successful marriage. Cool, so we're going to date and I have to let my ego down. I have to let go of my pride a little bit. And she says the time frame prediction is May 2021. Girl, I'm getting married next year. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. Usually, like, my original goal to get married was I have to date somebody for 2 years, then engaged. But at that point, I need you, hold on. I need you to not only have my blessing, but my parents' blessing also. Like, I need you to be, like, comfortable with my parents and all that jazz, and I want to move in with you, I want to embrace it. And then the next thing she says, if you embrace positive thinking, living with passion, kind and acceptance of yourself and others, you'll attract and grow relationships with your soulmate. Learning self-love isn't always easy, but you need to identify and overcome your limits and beliefs and rewrite your story to give the strength and confidence. She didn't know this about me, but I do struggle drastically with self-love. I've always been that way. I used to be a fat kid growing up, and then I lost the weight, and then I gained it back, and I've always been like super like self-conscious of myself regardless of like what I look like, who's looking at me, who's doing this, who's doing that. And she says, I saw him he won't make me feel guilty over my flaws. You do not need to hide your true self from him and to put on a front to be what you think he wants. That's another thing, is I do tend to do whatever it takes to make a relationship work, which is why my relationships never work out. They never work out in the way I want because I always do what they want instead of me just being me, which I'm learning to do something that's totally different, and it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. I have to learn to stand my own ground when it comes to things versus others. And then she says, sometimes it will require sacrifice and compromise, but life is unpredictable and unexpected. Cool. Anything in life is a compromise. Relationships are never 50-50. That's what my mom has told me, and I've actually learned and I've grown from that. Sometimes your relationship is 80-20, sometimes it's 90-10, sometimes you're just not there emotionally or physically, and the other person has to step up and just be there and comfort the other person. So no relationship in life is 50-50. I've learned that from my moms when they got married, and that's what the advice they gave me. Another advice they gave me when they were getting married is they go, Nick, when are you going to settle down? I'm going to settle down when I settle down, Mom. She goes, but I want to see you get married. I want to see you have a kid. She goes, I know you're going to be a bridezilla. She goes, I can just tell by the way you are. Thanks, Mom. And then a couple months passed. She goes, so Nick, do you have a boyfriend? No, Mom, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm single. It's just me. She goes, when are you going to settle down? Stop being so picky. Thanks, Mom. I'll try to not be so picky and settle down. But long story short, that's what had happened. And then the psychic says, problems, obstacles, misalignments are opportunities to push forward and grow with your partner. Lack of growth is better known as stagnation, which can lead to determination when it comes to relationship on a 3D plane and dimension. Okay, cool. So we have to learn and grow from each other, which I knew that. That's what we were talking about earlier. Continues on. What about the differences each other personalities have? Yes, even soulmates on a 3D world and shapes have personality differences. She goes, well, you don't need to ignore or downplay differences between you and him. On the contrary, appreciating the differences is essential to maintaining a sense of excitement in the relationship that both you and him want to make it lasting forever. These little differences are what awaken your interest in each other in the first place. Long story short is that we're technically total opposites. Well, I mean, if he's super radical about what his cause, I'm not. Like, I'm more of like, this is what I want. I'll get what I want, but I won't do like extreme measures. So we'll see. Apparently it's going to be someone who's completely opposite of me when it comes to like thinking wise, but that's what apparently I liked about this guy in the first place. It says, to achieve a lasting passion with him, you need to explore your polarity. So I have to explore my opposites. That's something that I need to work on because my opposites are my opposites for a reason, baby. But apparently I need to explore those more often and see where they're leading. Next, it says the energy between you and him at first is a sexual approach. Oh, at least we got some sexual chemistry going on, baby. Ooh, yes we do. And then, okay, and then it says, after that, that electricity, that sparkle, it is the powerful interplay that can maintain passion between you and him. So our sexual passion is what's going to drive us through our whole entire, like, relationship. Okay, cool, at least I know you're good in bed, baby. But then, other than that, she then talks about, I can do a prayer that helps me do that. What are, like, certain numbers that say to me. Apparently she says, when I see like 11-11, the two first 11s is me, the two second 11s is him. So 11-11 is going to play like a drastic part in our like coming of like age. So if I see like 4 1s in a row, it knows that I'm close to the person or that person's close to me. The next thing is the angel note 222 denotes time to keep faith. So if I start seeing 3 2s, it means I need to keep faith and keep an open mind about what is happening is really happening. And then she says if I see a 3-3-3, it means that it may be a sign that you are slipping on that front regards to your love relationship. 3-3 signifies that one or both of you need to spend some time aligning, opening up. Otherwise, you know, like if we're closed and we start seeing 3s everywhere, that signifies that I need to open up, that I need to show what's going on to help like forgiveness and clarity, and like I should just let go. Other than that, that's about it for what the two psychics say. Overall, I like the second picture better. I like this guy better. But between the two, we'll see which one you guys think. So if you guys see these people, let me know. Because apparently I'm getting married next year and I want to know who this is. But I'll attach the 2 people right here, here, and here. The one on the left, or one over here, guys, is the first one. The one over here is the second people. So we'll see. Overall, I think it'll be super exciting, and I think that if this is my mate, come find me. I'm right here, baby. Anyway, guys, this is the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Hit that push bell notification so you guys can stay up to date with all of my future ventures. Thanks, guys. This is where I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this little, like, in-depth future per se of, like, how my life is going to be and who's this mystery man that I'm going to see. So, talk to you guys soon. Bye.